Death is an inevitable part of life that everyone will experience sooner or later. Although the topic of death can be uncomfortable, it is important to understand what happens when we die. The process of dying can vary depending on the circumstances, but one thing is certain: the body will eventually stop functioning. Today, let's talk about what happens when we die. When the body dies, the heart stops beating and blood circulation ceases. The brain also stops functioning, which means that we'll lose consciousness and our body begins to shut down. Within a few minutes, the body will begin to cool down and rigor mortis will set in, which causes the body to become stiff. After death, the body will undergo several changes as it begins to decompose. Bacteria and other microorganisms will begin to break down the tissues and organs, which will eventually lead to total decomposition. Depending on the individual's beliefs and the family's decision, the body may be buried, cremated, or donated for medical research. But what about the soul? Many people wonder what happens to the soul after death. This is a question that has puzzled philosophers and theologians for centuries. Some believe that the soul is immortal and continues to exist after death, while others believe that death is the end of our existence. In many religions, the soul is believed to be judged based on one's actions during life. This judgment can determine the soul's destination in the afterlife. The existence of the soul has been a topic of conversation for centuries among different cultures and religions. While many believe that the soul is the core of our being, there are also those who do not believe in its existence. The question of what happens to us after we die is one that has been explored through religion and countless near-death experiences. However, the answer remains elusive, and we may only truly know when our time comes. Instead of dwelling on this enigma, let's shift our focus to finding happiness, contentment, and peace in our current consciousness. Regardless of whether we have one or multiple consciousness, our priority should be to lead a fulfilling existence and cherish every second while we still can, because there's so much to be happy and thankful for.